My son, my daughter, listen carefully. Today I'm not here to talk to you about haste, guilt, or obligations. Today I've come to touch a part of your life that you may have ignored, not out of malice, but out of habit, because the world has trained you to live among the crowd without truly connecting with anyone. It has taught you to be everywhere, but never fully present. It has convinced you that quantity matters more than depth. But I did not create you for that. You live surrounded by people, but how many of them know what's happening inside you? How many really see you? How many feel your silence? Today there are too many words and very little listening. Too many interactions, but few true connections. The world is full of voices, noise, images, likes, and quick messages, but empty of warmth, sincere time, and genuine presence. And that collective emptiness has spread like an invisible plague. It seems normal, but it slowly sickens the soul. My child, when I formed you, I didn't shape you for silent solitude. I shaped you for connection. I designed you to walk with others. From the beginning, I declared, it is not good for man to be alone. And that doesn't only refer to marriage, it refers to life in community. I am a God of relationship. I always have been. I reveal myself through connections. I speak in the middle of conversations. I move through embraces. And when you shut yourself off from others without realizing it, you also begin to shut yourself off from me. Have you noticed how everything has become automatic lately? Messages come with emojis, but without truth. Gatherings have more screens than eyes. Visits have become rare. Deep conversations have been replaced with short, dry, impatient replies. And when someone tries to open their heart, they are ignored or treated as a burden. People have disconnected from others, and little by little they're also disconnecting from themselves. They're getting lost in empty activism, in a race that seems spiritual but often is just a way to run from silence. Because silence demands truth, and many no longer want to face what they feel. But I've called you to the opposite. I've called you to feel, to care, to stop walking when someone beside you stumbles. I've called you to listen to long stories, to look into someone's eyes, even if it takes time, to live less on a screen and more in presence. I've called you to communion, not just content. Because communion heals, relationship transforms, presence saves. How many cry out for a touch, for someone to listen, for someone to say, I'm here, and you're so busy running that you barely notice? My child, there are many wounded people trying to hide their pain with productivity. People who only need to be heard. People who no longer ask for help because they got tired of not being seen. And you've passed by them every day. They're in your house, your work, your church, the bus, the street, and even inside of you. Because even you have been screaming inside while pretending to be okay, but I know, I see it, and I don't want you to live like that. I want to teach you to return. Return to life-giving relationships, to purposeful encounters. Return to asking with real interest, to listening without interrupting, to caring without expecting anything in return. Return to loving without fear, because fear has caused many to draw away. Fear of being hurt, fear of being seen as they are, fear of being judged, and so they build walls. But I called you to be a bridge. Yes, relationships hurt. Yes, people disappoint. Yes, loving requires effort, but isolation also hurts. Coldness also kills. Indifference also imprisons. And I didn't call you to live locked in fear. I called you to be free, and only those who love without reservation are truly free. Only those who open up, even at the risk of being hurt. Only those who learn to forgive and begin again. You need relationships because that's how I grow within you. I move in forgiveness. I reveal myself in conversation. I manifest in reconciliation. Every time you choose to forgive, you take a step toward heaven. Every time you listen with your heart, you come closer to my essence, because I am love. And love is not a concept, it's a daily practice. Love is action. Love is stopping when everyone else walks past. It's extending a hand when others turn their backs. It's remembering when others forget. Love is what sustains true faith. Do you want to grow spiritually? Then learn to relate better. Do you want me to use you? Then make yourself available. Do you want to make a difference in the world? Start with what's around you. Start by listening to your parents, your siblings, your children. Start by talking to that co-worker everyone ignores. Start by inviting someone to walk with you. Start with the small and I will do the great. Because faith is not shown in crowds, but in how you treat your neighbor. My child, stop running so much. Slow down, observe more, feel more, be more present. Haste has stolen precious encounters from you, and I have set divine appointments for you, but you're moving so fast that you miss them. I place people in your path carrying wounds you can heal. I place words within you that can lift someone off the ground, but you must be willing, you must be attentive. True relationships are fertile ground where faith grows. It's in connection that grace overflows. It's in encounters that healing happens. And if the world is full of people but empty of true relationships, why not start with you? Be the first to call, be the first to forgive, be the first to ask, how are you, really? Be the first to listen without judging. Be the first to walk the second mile, and I will be with you always, my child. I want to teach you to truly live. And to truly live means to live with people. Not perfect people, because they don't exist, but real people. People who stumble but get back up, who sometimes talk too much but also learn to listen. People who irritate you but also teach you. People who, just like you, are trying to do their best amid life's struggles, hard days, and fears they don't always have the courage to admit. It is with those kinds of people that you'll learn what it truly means to love. Because love that only works with those you like is not love, it's convenience. It's in that imperfect coexistence that I will shape your character. Because no one grows alone, no one matures in isolation. Iron sharpens iron, and it's in the friction of relationships that I reveal parts of you that need to be dealt with, healed, restored. I allow certain uncomfortable encounters not to punish you, but to heal you. I allow differences not to create conflict, but to teach you humility, patience, empathy. You don't need to agree with everyone, but you do need to learn to respect, to listen, to embrace. Because my love flows through that path, I will heal your wounds as you walk with others. I will restore your trust as you choose to make space for love again. Because, my child, the healing you seek won't come only from a supernatural moment. It will also come in the simple gesture of a friend's shoulder, in an unhurried conversation, in a shared forgiveness. And when you open yourself to that, you'll be surprised. Many you thought didn't understand you were just waiting for you to come closer. Some who hurt you may also be hurting, and when you see them through my eyes, the weight will lift from your chest. You'll breathe freely, light free. Because I am the one who shows up when 2 or 3 gather in my name, but not just in any way. I show up where there is sincerity, where there is truth in the eyes, truth in words, truth in intention. Where there is genuine interest, where there is compassion, where there is mutual love, not just on the surface, but rooted deep. That love that doesn't give up easily, that insists, that endures, that honors, that believes. That love reveals who I am. You were created for that. To love, to embrace, to walk alongside, to help someone up even as you are being lifted. To not walk alone, to not hide behind excuses. And if until now you felt alone, I want you to know I was never far, not even for a second. I was with you in the silence of your darkest days. I wiped tears no one saw. I saw the messages you deleted, the invitations you declined, the "I'm fine" you said when you were breaking inside. And still, I am here. And today I invite you to take a step, just one. You don't have to fix everything at once, but choose to open up a bit more. Choose to trust again. Choose to build bridges where there were once walls. Choose to relearn how to talk, how to be present, how to pay attention, how to give what I've already placed within you. Because there are people waiting for what you carry. Choose to start again, even if it still hurts a little. I will be with you in every attempt, and if you are disappointed again, I will be there to comfort you, to heal you, to renew you. But don't stop loving just because someone failed. Don't stop trusting just because you were hurt. Real relationships aren't easy, but they are necessary. And the world is starving for that. For people who love truly, for people who forgive, for people who listen, for people who leave everything just to sit and listen to someone, for people who don't settle for "I'm fine," but ask, "Tell me what's really going on." My child, I want to use you in this generation that talks a lot but connects so little. I want you to be the difference where everyone has gotten used to indifference. I want you to be presence where there's only absence. I want you to be a channel of healing, not with formulas, but with empathy. I want you to be the answer to someone's prayer for someone who cares, and you can be that answer. The choice is yours, but if you say yes, I will be with you in every step, in every conversation, in every reconciliation, in every new beginning, because where there is true relationship, there I am. And where I am, everything can change. And while we speak of relationships, let me gently bring you into another place you may have neglected, not out of rebellion, but out of routine. It's the place of your home. Not just the physical house, but the space where hearts dwell under one roof, often in silence, walking past each other with bags full of emotions never unpacked. There's a kind of loneliness that lives in kitchens filled with laughter but void of listening. There's a quiet ache in bedrooms where spouses sleep back to back, speaking through logistics but not through affection. My child, don't just love the world and neglect the ones I placed closest to you. Some of your deepest ministry will not happen on a stage or behind a microphone, but across the dinner table, in the hallway after an argument, in the apology that breaks pride and rebuilds trust. You may feel called to great things, and yes, I place big dreams in your heart. But remember, greatness in my kingdom often looks like folding someone's laundry without being asked, or showing up after a long day just to be present with no agenda. It's easy to plan events for the hurting across the city, but I see when you walk past your spouse's tired eyes without pausing. I see when your child asks a question, and you answer with your hands still scrolling. And I don't say this to shame you, I say this to awaken you. You have cried out for more of me, and I have heard you. But what if my answer is waiting in the very moments you rush past? What if I'm speaking through the child's innocent question or the spouse's withdrawn tone? You've asked for power, but true spiritual power is not always loud. Sometimes it's the strength to forgive when the other person doesn't apologize. Sometimes it's the restraint not to speak harshly when you're right. But love matters more than being right. There is a sacredness in your daily rhythm, and I want to meet you there. In your early morning coffee as you think about the day ahead, in the quiet moments after everyone's gone to bed, in the little frustrations that no one sees but shape your soul. I want to bring holiness to the mundane, not by removing you from it, but by filling it with purpose. Your home is not a waiting room for your real calling. It is the calling. It's not a delay, it's discipleship. And I want you to start asking the questions that matter again, not what should I do next, but whom have I neglected? Not what will make me stand out, but what will help someone else rise. Because in the end, you won't be remembered by how many followers you had, but by how deeply you loved those right in front of you. Now let me also speak to your work. Yes, I care about your calling, your career, your ideas. But what matters to me is not just what you build, it's who you become while building it. You could achieve every goal and still be empty if your soul becomes dry and your heart guarded. Success in my eyes has never been about noise, but integrity, hidden obedience, quiet excellence. The way you treat the janitor the same as the CEO. I want to teach you how to be effective without striving, to lead without stepping over others, to shine without pushing anyone else into the shadows. You don't have to manipulate your way to opportunity. I open doors no one can shut. But I won't give you platforms where your character can't carry the weight of influence. So if I delay you, it's not punishment, it's protection. And if I prune you, it's not rejection, it's preparation. I would rather slow you down than let success rot your spirit. There are habits I want to help you confront, not because I'm disappointed in you, but because I know what's underneath them. That hurried tone with loved ones, that endless scrolling, that desire to always be in control. Those are not just surface behaviors, they are signals of a heart that's been running on empty. Let me refill you, not with temporary escape, but with living water. I want to help you rest without guilt, disconnect without shame, and rebuild rhythms that breathe life, not pressure.